Well, if we had not engaged college funding, I think Sean, our younger boy, would have had a very different experience in getting into college. I I don't know that he would have gotten into the college that he did. And had he, I don't think that there's any chance that he would have gotten the same financial assistance. And we certainly would not have been in a position through our changes in our asset management and our tax situation to pay for his school the way we are now. To be blunt, we're in a situation where all the money that I saved for both boys, intending that to be their college funds, sits in a retirement fund. And we are able at this point to, with one son graduating in December, the other son with quite a few more years to go, foresee that we're going to be able to pay for the college out of pocket, out of our month-to-month living expenses, and not have to empty our savings accounts, get into our retirement funds, or borrow extensively to do it. So had we not engaged with this company, it would have been a very different outcome. You know, there was a lot of things that they did early. One of the earliest things that college funding did with Sean was to put him through a personality profile test and to try to see where his academic strengths were and where his desires and personality would really lead him in an educational career. And again, that's back to the bit of finding the right school. So they worked with him, did several types of testing, if you will, to kind of profile him, and that enabled them to help make recommendations about what educational careers to pursue and about what perhaps the right type of school would be to pursue. Some of the other things were, maybe not so profound. There was preparation for doing the essays that you have to submit with the applications. It was review of the essays. It was making suggestions on how to modify the style or the tone of the essays. And there was a lot of the little type of assistance that he had involvement with the representatives. And really that was kind of the extent of his direct involvement. We were in a position where he had this huge history of community service going back to his elementary school days and all through his junior high school and all through his high school, which turned out to be a pivotal factor in getting into schools. And that's, again, back to the advice I gave to parents, that you cannot wait until a junior year of high school to start preparing your student. We were told point blank by several of the admission counselors that we dealt with that he had done an excellent job of setting himself up to stand aside from the crowd because of his multi-year of community service, his continual involvement in nonprofit organizations, not for a season or 2 seasons or a year, but for 6, 7, 8, 9 years in a row, and some of his other community service exploits. So all of that came to light through working with the college funding people, and we were able to obviously put it into a good package that got him into the school he wanted to be at. My summary comment is you cannot go it alone. You have to have assistance if you want to get your student into a top college. It's just the way it is in this world. Everything about our current world is highly competitive, and everything is money driven. You cannot do it alone. You need assistance, and not only do you need assistance, but you need assistance from people who are current, who understand what's happening now, what's happening today, not what was happening 2 years ago, but what's happening today in the world of college admissions. The same thing goes for assistance in the financing part. Traditional wisdom is pointless. The financing wisdom that applies today may not apply tomorrow. So when it comes time to get your student prepared for school, which is about 7th or 6th grade, you need to start looking for help. You need to start looking for someone who will monitor, plan, adjust, and adapt to the changing college admissions world and the changing financial world if you want to succeed. And that would be, if I gave a 30-second talk to somebody, that would be it. And I have done that. I have talked to quite a few people who have students coming up toward college, or people who I know have kids in junior high school, and I start hammering on them about, you got to start working now. You cannot wait. So that is not only the advice I would give, but the advice I have given to people.